Hello. How are you doing today? I'm pretty good. It's been kind of boring. I had to wake up pretty early, so that wasn't very fun, but yeah. So what's your name? Let me look through. I have like a list of patients. And your date of birth? Okay, perfect. Okay, got it. It says you're here for a little cognitive test, just something quick and easy, just see how your cognitive functions are doing. Yeah, okay, perfect. Well, this isn't gonna take too long. It's gonna be pretty fast. I'm gonna do it. It shouldn't be too difficult. If anything is difficult, just let me know. It just is something to write down. Yeah. Would you like to get started? Okay. We have some pretty, easy things to start. First of all, if you haven't noticed, I'm wearing these. These are going to be connected to your heart using magic. So if you could just... Here, I have this, right? And I'm just gonna put this... Can I just put this, over your shoulders? Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay, and now connect it to your heart, so I can just see how your heartbeat is affected by any of these tests. We would do brain scan stuff, but we don't really have the funds for that, so maybe another time. Yeah, we're working on getting funding up. The government's not doing much, so yeah, okay. So I wanted to start with some questions just to get you, see if you know who you are, right? So you already told me your name and your date of birth. Do you have a middle name? Okay. And how old are you, if you are... Okay, perfect. I'm not gonna do the math, I'll just trust you. That sounds about right. Let's see, do you know what city you were born in? And what county are we in right now? You know what, if you don't know, that's fair, you might not live here. Do you know what part of the day it is? Not the time, just what morning, afternoon, evening. Yeah. Good job. Let's see. What is your favorite food? What is the first food that you ever remember trying? Okay, perfect. Let me write that down. And would you consider yourself a picky eater? Okay, interesting. What are your favorite, what's your favorite color combination? Two colors that go together. Yeah, this tells me things about your brain, how your mind works. It can be really interesting to see what color combos people choose. And would you say that either one of those colors would be your favorite color, or do you just like the colors together? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, mine would probably be different than my favorite color. Okay. Now, next, I have a cute little piece of paper with some words on it. And I'm just going to ask you to read those words. I'm just curious about where your schooling has gotten you, where, what levels you're at, to begin with. Should be super easy. These aren't hard words. Some of the words are hard, but the words I ask you to say are not hard. Okay. Let me just fold this over really quick. Okay. So there's a word right there that is underlined. Can you see it? Okay. What word is that? Got it. Okay. Now, there are some words that are like italicized. What are those words? It's like there's like two right next to each other. Okay. Yes. These are kind of a lot of hard words. There's a word underlined right there. What is the word? And there's a word that is bold. What is that word? Okay. And for that word, what is the first letter? Yes. Okay. About how old were you when you learned how to read? Okay. Average, okay. How do you feel about math? Don't worry, me too. I have some cards here, and I'm just gonna ask you to identify the numbers on the cards. So I'm just gonna, I don't really know how to shuffle, so I'm just gonna like do this. Okay. And I'm just gonna pick up a card. Let me look at it. Okay. Can you just tell me what the number is on this card? And do you know what the suit is? That thing right there. Okay. What is the number on this card? Okay. And what color is the, like, what's the color other than the background? Next, I'm gonna ask you to add these two together, okay? These two numbers, right? Yes. Not too difficult. Now, can you do this number divided by this number? These two numbers multiplied. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't know if you know anything about cards, but of these two, which one would be considered like a higher level? These are upside down. But yeah, which would be considered like a higher level? What are these two cards multiplied? Yeah. Also, by the way, these cards were donated by an institution. Has no connection with this neurological lab. So, in case you were wondering. What is the suit of this card? Okay, I think that's about enough of that. It's pretty easy. I just wanted to ask you to identify some objects. What are your thoughts on that? Okay, I have another set of cards. It's actually a game, but we're not going to play the game. I'm just going to get out the cards. And they have words on them. I'm gonna cover up the words. So, what substance is this? Just go with your first, like, gut answer. Don't think about it too hard. Okay. What about this? Let's see. Goodness, okay. What about this? What about this? A lot of these, it's like they might have like one specific answer, but it's not that deep. Like it can be like so many things. Okay, now this is similar, but like what is it made out of? Okay. Let's see. Is that, I know there are more cards in here. Just have to get them out. Oh goodness, some of them fell on the ground. We'll just have to get them later. Okay. Next up, what does this look like? What about this? Perfect. There are a couple more, if I can find them. Oh, actually there might just be one more. What animal is this? Yeah, it's a little bit, like the picture's a little bit evil looking. I'm like, I would be kind of scared if I ever like came across that. Oh, we have two more animals. Okay. What is this specific, like, gender of animal called? Yes. And finally, okay, got it. Good job. Good job. I know some of those are kind of confusing, but not too bad, not too bad. Next, I am going to show you something and I want you to come up with a little scenario for it. So I'll explain further. Okay, I have a doll right here. If you were to name this doll, what would you name them? Would this doll's occupation be? Okay, interesting. Does this doll have any family? Okay. Think of one fun fact about this doll. Okay, cool. Are you having any vision problems? I was just curious. It seems like you've been seeing everything okay, but do you wear glasses? Okay. I have some special lenses that I'm just curious how you see the world through them, okay? They're very cool looking, right? They're a little bit pink, a little bit iridescent. They're almost like magnifying glasses. Do you see that? Okay, so I'm gonna put them on you. Okay, good. So when looking through these glasses, I know that these things can be a little bit funky, but just look at them. Are you seeing the world clearly right now? What about if I like pull out a little bit? Yeah, I look really big. Yeah. Are colors being affected whatsoever? Interesting. Okay. I just like to see people's reactions because a lot of people have a lot of different responses, and it's interesting, you know? Now, not to be basic, but I have some pens that I'm going to show you. I want you to tell me what colors they are, okay? Super easy, super, like, fun, hopefully. I don't know if super fun is the right, but I just have quite a few. Okay. What color is this? Does it look the same from back here? Looks different, right? The lighting in here is not very good. Do you like this sound? If I were to mix these two colors together, what would I get? What about if I were to mix these three colors together? Yeah, just like brown. It would be an interesting color, but I think I would like it. Back to that question from earlier, your favorite colors together. I think these are my favorite two colors together. I think they are really cute. Big fan. Without counting, how many pens would you estimate are in my hand right now? Good guess, good guess. I'm going to hand this to you. Okay. Now, I have a similar utensil right here. Could you first just hold it like this? Okay. Now, if I were to do this, goodness, what am I doing? Okay. Can you please also do that? Now, what is this used for? Writing, yeah. Could you show me, like, what position you would put this in to write with it? Interesting. Yeah, I know a lot of people have a lot of different things. I think this is what I do. Could you please, you have a paper in front of you? You just write your name. Could you now please draw a smiley face? Good. Goodness, I have the hiccups. Now, could you please draw a heart? Heart? Yeah. What about, can you draw a bird just quickly? Okay, interesting. You can put the cap back on the pen. It's just interesting to have some of this data. Now, I'm going to give you a period of about 30 seconds, and I would like you to tell me as many words as you can think of that start with a certain letter that I'm going to give you, and just keep going. Okay, and I'll let you know it's time. So your letter is going to be L. So they have to start with the letter L. No proper nouns. I think that's the only rule. So it has to start with the letter L. Okay, are you ready? Go. Good job. Okay. Almost done. And time. Okay. So I'm just curious how you felt about that. I know, it's like, it's hard. You feel like you need to get prepared, and then everything leaves your brain. Yeah. But I do like that activity, and would you mind if we tried one more similar to it? Okay. I'm going to give you 30 seconds again. Could you name as many animals as you can? Of any kind, any animal is applicable. It doesn't matter what, like, time period they're from. It could be anything. Okay? Are you ready? Go. Interesting. Time. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, that was really good. I'm trying to think of what the rest of our activities are going to be, because our activities, like, vary based on patient, and so I was wondering what you thought should be tested. Something about your ears. Okay. What if I say something and you just repeat it back? Okay? That's it. Okay? First, I'm just gonna say a phrase, you just say it back normally, okay? Aaron Burr. She likes cats. Rebecca went to the post office. She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay. Now I'm going to say some disconnected words that have no connection to each other, right? Like, it's not a sentence. Just random words, okay? And you're just going to repeat them. I'm going to start with, like, 3 and then go up in number. Okay. Lamp. Dream. Relationship. Okay, can you repeat those? Relationship, yeah. Escape. Elevator. Rehearsal. Rain jacket. Is that 2 words? I think it's okay. Popcorn. Laptop. Cartwheel. Aviary. Reciprocal. Dastardly. Chains. Scissors. Apple. Communicative. Brain. Pencil. Okay. Now I'm gonna say some words. Just, how about, I'm going to say it, you're going to spell it backwards. Okay? These won't be difficult ones. Let's see. House. Lesson. Okay. Here's an interesting one. Morpheme. Aspect. Caddy. Let's see. Here's one. I'll see if you can spell it 4 words. I'm just curious. Agglutinating. Good job. I know that one's like hard, but I guess it's not too bad. I have a cute little water bottle here. Can you read what the brand is? What is this symbol? What is this word? And this letter? Okay. I'm going to ask you to mimic some more things that I'm doing. I'm just gonna do something and then just do the same thing, okay? Okay. Okay. Interesting. I feel like that's about it. I'm like, what else could we possibly test in your brain? Your brain is just simply completely tested. But I was curious how your eyes react to light. However, I feel as if I don't have like a flashlight or anything. I don't think so. I'm just looking in here. I'm not seeing one. But I can turn on this light right here. If I can find where the switch is. Ready? That makes things a little bit brighter. Do you prefer, when it's like bright lights, do you prefer overhead lights or like I have my fairy lights? Interesting. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like the big light. I don't either. I'm not a big fan, but it can always be interesting to see, right? So, yeah, I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else we could possibly test. So I will let you know if we see anything unusual in your results. They seem to be very normal. You did a fantastic job, maybe even above average. You know, you're a genius. So yeah. So I believe that's it. There are some forms for you to sign on the way out. Just saying, you won't sue, so probably should have signed those before, but too late now. But yeah, okay, so you can go, and I'll just get back to my work. Okay, perfect. Bye-bye.